3, 2, 1. Voice of customer. Often when we're talking about process, people will say, well, have we listened to the voice of the customer? Have we really listened to what the customer says they want? And of itself, that seems quite a sensible idea, doesn't it? But oftentimes, we as customers don't know what we actually want. The best way to illustrate this story is something that's told by a person called Sue Page, who works at Disney in Florida. And Sue heads up part of the team that were doing some work a couple of years ago in terms of this difference between wants and needs. Now, Disney's program around going outside in is referred to as True North. So when they talk about voice of customer, yes, they do have to ask those questions which we relate within the successful customer outcomes mapping process, but it's not about asking the customer what they want. And Sue very ably demonstrated the difference. So, for instance, what is the most commonly asked question when people arrive at a Disney theme park? Right? You've had a long journey in the car, the kids are probably a little bit upset, you're getting through the gates with your ticket. What is something that all over the world, the first question anybody asks as any Disney cast member? Yeah, that's right. Where are the washrooms? Where are the toilets? And off we go. However, unless you've heard the story, you won't know what the second most commonly asked question is. Now think about it for a moment. What would it be? Where's the restaurant? Yeah, where's Mickey? All those sort of common sort of questions. The second most commonly asked question was, excuse me, can you tell me what time the 3 o'clock parade is, please? Yes, what time is the 3 o'clock parade? And of course the answer isn't, you dumb schmuck, it's 3 o'clock. That's not the answer the customer's looking for. The answer to the question is based on the customer's need. So for instance, in this context, it might be a young woman with 2 small children. What she's really wanting to know is, where is there some high ground around about 3 o'clock which is sheltered from the blistering sun, where there's some fresh water and an ice cream stand and probably some toilets close by. That's what she really needs to know. So the answer to the question is really based on the context of the question. So when we're doing needs of customer, it's a way of deriving through successful customer outcomes what are those needs of a customer even when they don't know them themselves. So whilst voice of customer might be a good idea, unless it's really dealing with the need of customer, it may completely miss the point, and all those millions that get spent on customer research and customer behaviour and profiling and all that other stuff that we used to do, right, may not be necessary. It can be as simple as really understanding what is the true customer need. That's the voice of customer discussion.